Hey everyone, today I have this big box of 14 MRE meals. I bought this for about 40 bucks. A box like this would probably go for 120 normal price. I decided to buy it because I like eating MREs and I wanted to use this stuff for camping over the summer. It's also good to keep a few MREs in your car. Now, MREs usually go 5 years after their inspection date. So I had no problem buying this. The inspections on these are from 2017 and 2018. They're all marked. So if it's made in 2017, it should go to 2022. Now the issue with that is the meals in there all seem to be fine. It's some of the products that are in the meals. I opened one up last week and the Pop-Tart in there was disgusting. It tasted so terrible. And I looked at the date on the Pop-Tart. It said 2012. So just because it says inspected in 2017 doesn't mean all the food in there is from 2017. There's some older stuff and I want to show that in this video. So this case here I bought for 40 bucks with free shipping. It was a big discount compared to the normal price. You open it up and you have all these individual meals in here. Got a few different kinds. This one on the end is one of the ones I already tried. You can see 2017. It's marked cheese tortellini. Like, these are the cheaper MREs. They're not the expensive ones like pizza or burgers, but they're decent enough. What else do we have in here? This one is vegetable lasagna. This one doesn't actually have an inspection on it, does it? This one here is a 2018 meal. Spaghetti with meat sauce. But anyways, I want to open one up and show you exactly what I mean with the Pop-Tart. It's this one here that has the Pop-Tart. Okay, here I go. So I had one of these and the heater really didn't work too well. It got it from cold and it brought it up to like room temperature. It's not too good, the heater that was in this. But this here is a Pop-Tart, as you can see. Open it up, and here we go. We got a Pop-Tart inside of it. Now let me try to find the date on this. The last one I opened was super old. Yeah, it says copyright 2012. But I'm not sure if that's the exact date. It can't be 2018 because this thing tasted disgusting when I opened it up. I'll give this one a taste too. No, I'm not even going to taste it. It smells terrible, this Pop-Tart. It's not stale, but it smells rancid. It's terrible. I eat brown sugar Pop-Tarts occasionally, and they taste nothing like this. This smells sour. It's gross. But everything else in there seems to be fine, except I've opened old fruits and vegetables in the past. Fruit, you know how it usually comes out looking black, kind of like motor oil? I've noticed when I've opened these jams up that are only 5 years old or so, you can tell it's kind of happening because they're darker than they're supposed to be. Let me dump this out. Maybe I can open it up and just show you a little bit. The jam they pack in these is occasionally different because these right here, they both say blackberry jam. The last meal I opened that was exactly the same had one of them being apple, so I guess they just throw whatever two in. Let's open that up a little bit. That one there actually doesn't look too bad, but I can guarantee you it's darker than it's supposed to be. Doesn't smell that terrible, but I can tell that it's starting to go into that stage where it turns black like old fruit does. So 5-year-old jam that does not hold up, that I've learned. The heater in these is decent. The crackers were perfect. Crackers can go like forever. I have opened MREs from the 80s and ate the crackers and they tasted fine. This thing is fine. That'll last a ton of time. But this was a mistake for me buying this because I'm not going to trust this kind of stuff for actual survival. That's what I bought it to do. Even though it's 5 years old, some of the stuff is terrible. Also, if you plan on keeping MREs in your car, depending on where you live, if it's hot in the summer, I wouldn't recommend keeping them in there for more than 6 months because that constant heating up in the summer of the car, it's going to start wrecking the product. If you live in a cold climate, every time it gets cold, then it heats up, you're thawing the food over and over again. It's not going to hold up, but if it's winter and it's constantly frozen, that's fine. But again, these meals I would not recommend for winter. They're more of a summer thing, more for camping was what I was going to use them for. The reason I would not use these for winter in a car because this heater is very weak. Pretty much every American MRE I have tried, the heater is very weak compared to some of the foreign ones. I had one from China. I've had some from Lithuania, and their water-activated heaters, they are amazing. It heats it up like super hot in 5 minutes. These ones here, you leave in for a half hour, and it never gets hot enough to burn you. It just warms it up. But if the meal is frozen in your car, it's never going to defrost it. I would recommend spending a little bit extra money and getting one of those. Now, most of the new Russian ones don't have the water-activated heater. They have what you call dry fuel, and that wouldn't be good to keep in your car because you can't use it in the car. Now, these, when you use them, they do put off some fumes, but if you're cooking one of them, it's not going to hurt you. A lot of the MREs actually have a warning in there telling you, like, do not use more than 5 of these heaters at once inside a vehicle. The dry fuel ones are great. I love Russian MREs, but you don't want to have those kind because you can't use them in a car. So this was a disappointment. I am going to open these up. I'm going to eat the main meals because I paid $40. Might as well eat them. But everything else, like the jam, I'm just going to get rid of that. The crackers I'll eat. I'll eat the Tootsie Rolls. The main meals seem to hold up a long time. Some people may disagree to what I'm saying in this video. I'm just saying it was a disappointment. Maybe this was stored incorrectly, but I think the Pop-Tarts and the jam in these were just disgusting. The tortellini meal, I'm still going to eat this. I'll eat this eventually. Let's open it up another menu, because I've only opened up that tortellini meal. What is this one? Let's try opening this one up to see what this one looks like on the inside. Kind of nice that these ones did come in clear bags because you can kind of see what's in them. Looks like this one also came with a Pop-Tart, and this one is really shrink wrapped. It's probably the same issue. Although the other one was inspected in 2017, this was inspected in 2018. And keep in mind, when I bought this box was completely sealed. It had the plastic bands around it. It's never been opened. So they just threw in whatever meals they had around. Yeah, this one smells terrible too. Oh, look at that one. That is gross, this one. For a meal inspected in 2018, it should not look like that. Look at how they're all... I think, yeah, that's 2 of them, isn't it? Yeah, that's 2 of them. So I think wherever this was stored, it was in extreme heat, and that's a big surprise to me because it's not like I just bought it from some random person. It's somebody who actually sells MREs and merchandise like that for camping and stuff. Look at this. You can't even pull them apart. They're so stuck together. This looks like it was exposed to extreme heat. This one's even stale. That was hard to break. Well, that kind of proves my point. This is gross. Let's see what else we have in that meal. Okay, this one came with 2 sets of crackers. Let's try opening up another one. Chili and macaroni. Let's see what we have in this one. I know, I'm just throwing this all over the table, making an absolute mess. But I plan on opening them all right now because I want to get rid of the junk like the Pop-Tarts. Okay, here we have another one of these super nasty Pop-Tarts. Maybe that's the difference. The first one I opened wasn't all shrunk like this. This one... Yep, same issue. I can smell it. It's terrible. Inspected 2016, it looks like. That one looks pretty gross too. I just dropped it. This one doesn't smell as bad as the first 2. Like the first one was the grossest as far as smell. The second one was terrible as far as looks. Now this one doesn't look too good. It smells okay, I guess. Look how dry that looks compared to a regular Pop-Tart. It's all dried out. But all the meals in here seem to check out. So, me buying this, I was paying about $3 per meal. These meals, if you were to buy them individual, they would cost you probably $15 a piece. It's better, just buy the $15 ones that are a brand new inspection. And also, buy it from a trustworthy source. Don't try to buy something that was inspected 2 or 3 years old like I did. I learned my lesson. I'm never going to do that again. Although, last week I did buy some MREs, the ones that are in the brown bags. I bought them on Amazon.com. I got 4 of them for $30. So that was a pretty good deal. I was paying about $7 a piece. They weren't the best meals, but they were pretty good. They were American MREs. I threw them in with the spare tire in my car just in case I ever break down. And if I break down in the winter and the meal is frozen solid, the heaters in these, they're not going to thaw that thing out. But you can eat the other things. They come with crackers. The ones I have come with raisins. They come with a cookie. They might even come with cornbread, and that stuff will keep you alive if you break down somewhere. But I'm definitely going to buy some ones from Lithuania. You should probably check out the one I have. I reviewed one, and that was probably the one I'd recommend to keep in a car. It heats up super fast. I also tried one from China. It was fried rice. That one was actually pretty cheap. I bought that one for like $12 directly from China. The shipping took about over a month to get here, but the meal was great. It was tons of rice. Rice is cheap, so that's why the meal was cheap. But it filled me up. There was a lot of food in that. It was freeze-dried rice. You pour water into it, which you can heat up with the meal. It had a hot water bag. You slide it in the sleeve. It heated it up. Pretty good quality. But this meal was a terrible mistake buying this stuff. That was probably a mistake. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. I just want to show the MREs that I keep in the car. The ones in the brown bags. I bought these on Amazon, and now they are completely frozen solid because it's absolutely freezing out here. You see these inspection dates, It says Best Buy 2022, and it was inspected just 2 months ago. And it said the pack date, so I think it was packaged in 2016. It had an inspection, so 2016, yeah, so it does have a 5-year shelf life. I already ate one of those, and it was absolutely perfect, because they're not going to put stuff on Amazon that's gross.